You ever see a moment so electric, it feels like the entire city's heartbeat just skipped and then roared all at once? Like the air itself changed, thick with anticipation, almost daring you to blink and miss it? Today at Detroit Lions camp, something happened that wasn't just another snap or catch. It felt like the first crack of thunder before the storm that could drown out all the pain and drought we've lived through since '91. Now, before I unleash the name rocking this camp to its core, I need you to hit the comments if you're ready to ride this emotional roller coaster with me. Because what we're about to unpack isn't just a player highlight. It's a seismic shift punching through the shadows of the Lions' rebuilding saga. Behind closed doors, whispers are swirling, promises hanging in the air thicker than Detroit smog, while the front office prays silently, knowing that this offseason, Gamble could flip the script or shatter the fragile hope we've patched together. And here's the bombshell Isaac Tesla, the third-round pick who caused Holmes a move up so bold it left our third-rounder next year hanging in the balance, is not just showing up. He's showing out, downright stealing the spotlight with a catch that can only be described as miraculous. You heard me. Tesla made a grab today that wasn't just about the ball meeting hands. It was the kind of spine-tingling, jaw-dropping, adrenaline-inducing catch that sends ripples through the crowd and cements itself in Lions lore before the season even kicks off. Picture this: Henderson Hooker launching a deep ball from the far side of the field, the tension climbing as time slows to a crawl on replay. Every inch of hand fighting and face mask contact magnified in agonizing detail on slow-mo. And Isaac Tesla hanging in the air with the grace and grit that Detroit demands, pulling down that catch with one hand shoved into a defender's face mask. The kind of pure, unyielding determination Detroit fans scream for when the chips are down and the world's watching from the edge of their seats. This isn't just a highlight. This is the moment where years of Lions heartbreak collide with raw, untamed hope. A moment where the ghost of Caldwell's losing seasons might finally start fading into the fog. Detroit pain knows what it's like to bleed blue and silver with a ragged heart that's learned to hope quietly while waiting for a hero to rise from the ashes. And now, here's Tesla coming in clutch with that catch that not only saved the play, but had fans and players sprinting down the sideline, like they just found the missing piece to a puzzle that's eluded us for decades. But what if this is more than just a game-changing grab? What if Tesla is the lightning bolt that ignites a wildfire in our offense, stretching the field wide open and forcing defenses to bend like they haven't in years? What if Holmes' gutsy trade, pawning next year's third round, isn't reckless but downright visionary? What if the window we thought was just cracking is about to slam wide open, roaring back to life with a new breed of lions ready to hunt and roar harder than we dared hope? And what about the cutthroat battles heating up for those last few spots? Tim Patrick clinging to survival, Levette and Jackson Meeks battling for breathing room in this deep receiving cores, and Tesla standing tall, refusing to be the guy who got traded up for just to sit on the bench. It's raw, it's fierce, and it's got us all wondering if Detroit's long winter of promise deferred is finally thawing into the spring of something ferocious. So here's the thing. If this catch today is any indication, if Tesla's hunger and hands match the fire in his heart, then every conversation, every scowl from the doubters, every sleepless night wondering if Holmes' gamble was worth it might turn into a prayer answered in the roar of the crowd. And if you're not buzzing right now, if that catch didn't send a shiver down your spine and make you believe in the rebirth of the blue and silver, then what are we even doing here? And just wait, the dominoes are lined up, the fuses are burning, and if Isaac Tesla's miracle grab is the spark we all needed, you better hold on to your seats, because Detroit isn't just coming back, we're coming for blood, ready to rewrite the story that's long been written in heartbreak. The storm is brewing, and the question isn't if it's going to shake this city to its core, it's how far will the thunder roll, and who's going to be standing tall when the skies finally break. Unleash the fury, Detroit. This is OUR time. To remake history or drown in the ashes of what could have been. For too long, We've been haunted by echoes of the 0-16 nightmare, the heartbreak of Calvin walking away, or Barry Sanders vanishing into the shadows after a career that made defenders. Tremble and fans believe in miracles. We've felt the taste of hope, only to have it ripped away by missed opportunities, clutch collapses, and the ghost of a Jim Caldwell era that promised more than it delivered, leaving us with question marks and broken dreams. We bore witness to Dan Orlovsky rolling out to save the season, and somehow that struggle felt emblematic of an entire city fighting tooth and nail, just to breathe life into its lion soul, a franchise that had more than its share of heartbreaks, each one seeming to crush the spirit just a little more until now. Because what we saw at camp today, what Tesla just pulled off, that's not just a catch. That's a seismic statement, a declaration that Detroit's awakening is no longer just whispered in the dark. It's thunder, it's lightning, and electrifying storm that's ready to ignite the very foundations of Ford Field and shake our rivals to their core. Think about it, Holmes, who took the gamble to move up, gun in hand, fighting against doubters who said the franchise was losing its grip, risking the future for this singular move that could change everything. What if Tesla's breathtaking snag wasn't just a flash in the pan, but the spark that finally burns away all the doubt, all the frustration bottled up since the glory days of Megatron and Golden Tate? In that moment, I felt the ghost of that long-suffering fan base, the tears of Johnson's retirement, the heartbreak of a last-minute collapse on Wild Card Sunday, fading into the background as this new chapter, raw and unfiltered, took its first breath. Don't forget the context, the NFC North rivals and their smug smirks, knowing Detroit's weaknesses, but trembling because those weaknesses are now being tested with a ferocity that hasn't been seen since Sanders opted out. Or when Caldwell's stable discipline felt like a lifeline in that turbulent 2017 season. We've been battered, burned, and pushed to the edge just to cling to dreams of relevance, of playoff runs, of finally cracking the glass ceiling that's kept us in mediocrity's shadow. But today, Tesla's grab was more than just a highlight. It was a lightning bolt through the storm cloud that's hung over us for decades, a warning to the entire league that Detroit's hunger is back, that the Lions are awakening from a nightmare of stagnation and mediocrity. What if this deep, gritty, impossible catch was the shift a game-changer, forcing defenses to bend, bending so far that it exposes the very fabric of the NFC North's pretenders? And what if Holmes' daring move trading away next year's third to leapfrog everyone and secure his future gives us the edge we've been waiting for, a chance to finally turn the page and write a new chapter of dominance? But the true question isn't just Tesla's talent. It's what it unlocks. Could this be the moment that finally rips down the curtain and reveals the true potential lying dormant beneath decades of doubt, disappointment, and heartbreak? Because deep down, we all know this is more than just a catch. This is an awakening, a rallying cry that Detroit will no longer accept being pushed around or dismissed as the league's underdog. We're ready to clash, to fight for every inch, to make those who doubted us regret every sleepless night they ever doubted the blue and silver. The locker rooms are buzzing with tension. The front office whispers about what's next, and the coaching staff is already devising new schemes to ride this wave of momentum. But the real question that keeps burning in every Lions fan's chest: how far can Tesla carry this revolution? Can one play ignite a wildfire capable of turning the tide in NFC North battles? And more critically, can this team finally overcome the ghosts that have haunted us, those late-game collapses, those playoff flops, that brutal history that's tried to define us? Because if Isaac Tesla's miraculous grab is anything, it's the prelude to an all-out war, a sign that Detroit's long winter of despair might finally be thawing into a spring of furious hope. But what comes next? Does this moment mark the beginning of an unstoppable ascent? Or is this just the eye of the storm, the calm before the chaos that will either lift us into immortality or plunge us back into the depths of doubt? The roar is deafening, the storm on the horizon is gathering, and now all eyes are on Detroit, because the real hellfire may be just about to ignite. And if Tesla's catches anything, it's that the future might just be waiting to explode.